Another question?
Yeah, this is Dave Quatello with Siemens. We spent some time this morning talking about loyalty programs and maybe doing some type of incentivizing to gain loyalty. What are your thoughts and feelings on incentivizing your employees either through the manufacturer putting on a loyalty program or the distributor putting on a loyalty program to gain additional business?
We're very much interested in it, and we're a sort of a significantly larger company in the Chicagoland area, so other manufacturers have approached us, and we've entertained it and talked about it. Certainly, we are interested in it, yes.
How about you, Jeff?
I would just add, we're definitely interested. We tend to do those more with, if we already have a relationship with a distributor who's offering something like that to take advantage of it. I can't honestly say that it's ever caused me to stop working with one distributor and move to another, but certainly with margins as they are, any way to make a little more is certainly interesting.
I would agree too.
Go ahead.
Yes, a question for Dan. In your experience in the residential market, at what point is the homeowner or that involved in the selection process for the products, and is there much of an opportunity, or are there places where you see opportunities to get them to look at more high margin products?
Yeah, we encourage the homeowner to get involved in definitely the selection process. We prefer them not to be involved in the rough-in part of the project. That's just more interference and slows the project down. But when it comes to selecting the fixtures or colors or different devices to match their decor or whatever, we prefer them to have one-on-one with us. There's no mistakes. If they do make a mistake, it's the homeowners directly involved in it. It doesn't become a contractor's problem. It becomes everybody's problem.
And are there any tools that the manufacturer could supply that would help that process?
We send them to the distributors, and a lot of the designers are involved and architects are involved, so they steer a lot of the clientele into that area. High-end products are usually introduced first, and then it just depends on budgets in terms of how they work their way down. So, but we tend to have the owners involved as well as the architects and designers as well.
Peter, we'll let you jump in for a second.
I'm selfish. Two selfish questions. One, how important is Made in America to you guys? Would you base your decision solely on price? If price was no question, would Made in America sway you, or is it not a factor?
Made in America would sway us as a company, not just myself. We do try and take that into consideration. We just struggle if the price point is too significant.
Me personally, it sways me in all my individual purchasing decisions, but I would say that from our residential customers, they don't tend to ask that question too much from us.
It's all price.
They're relying on us to design components that are going to systems that will be reliable, easy to use, and will work. And from our perspective as a small company, we can't afford to be out chasing after the systems we've already installed to fix problems. So reliability is first and foremost for us, but we certainly would give preferential treatment to Made in America.
And I have a follow-up, if I may. We all struggle with showroom, with distributor locations, merchandising, signage, displays. How important is that to you guys? How important is that to your decisions? How much time do you actually spend, or your people spend in the distribution location?
Well, we try not to spend too much in there. We try to do a lot of it online and over the phone. It does take a lot of time to get to the distributor and then talk with them or go through everything with them. It eats up a lot of time. You could probably get the same satisfaction online. You got the product in front of you. You got them on phone or a conference or whatever. You can shorten the time, and like I say, time is money, so you want to try to get it done as quickly as possible.
We got a question here.
We also try real hard to eliminate will calls.
So all that money we're spending on counter mats and posters and ceiling danglers,
It's not, yeah, it's
I
not
can
for
spend
us.
on golf, right? Yeah. Okay.
I have a question back to new products. Do your employees and your field guys feel comfortable coming to you with, say, they've seen a new product or a new service? Would they bring that to you and say, this is something that you should look at? Or do you does that more come from you back to the field guy saying, let's try this?
Ours do. We encourage it. I love it when my technicians are out there reading and learning all they can about technology. So absolutely, if somebody has something that can help us, I'm all for that.
From time to time, we'll get the manufacturer's rep will be driving by a job, and we'll see the truck or see something, and they'll just stop in and have a new product, and want you to look at, take it back to the office, introduce it. And if it looks like it's going to work, then we'll do a follow-up on it. If it doesn't look like it's going to work, it's just a sample.
And we rarely have information come from the field to the office. We struggle maybe in the opposite direction because we've been around for so long and people get set in their ways and the electricians get in the habit of doing the same thing. So we have to really drive it down to them to try different products and try different things. And at the beginning, there's usually a certain amount of resistance from them, just because I don't know really why. But then we can usually convince them once they've done it once or twice that they can save some time with it.
Hello, I was just wondering, do you provide the tablets and the smartphones for your people and pay for the service plans? So if we're sending out marketing material, product information, or is it going to their personal email and that type? Are they paying for that?
We do provide smartphones for our employees, and we do pay for their service plan as well. A lot of communication and a lot of information gets sent through that way. Texting now seems to be every day, and the electricians cannot. They're on the ladders, they're in the ceiling, they're on in a crawl space or an attic or whatever. They're not they can't answer the phone all the time. So leaving the text to have them read it, sometimes even sending a picture of a product or something, saying that this is what's going in there, throw the measurements on it, and then they look at it and they have a record of it. Going through their personal emails and stuff like that, you got to have a certain amount of trust. There are indications from employees that that you can gather if there's going to be a problem, and then you can pursue disciplinary action if necessary. But right now, it seems to work for us.
Yeah, our technicians decided that they didn't want to carry a personal cell phone and a company cell phone, so we reimburse a portion of their personal cell phone plans, but everybody has their own company email address that we use for communication in and outside the organization.
And we provide and pay for all of the phone and transformation information services.